Hi, my name is Bridget back, and I am excited to have this opportunity to encourage you and share a bit of my testimony. I trusted in the Lord as my Savior as a young child, and I was immediately able to go to serving in our local church. I can't really even think of a time in my life when I wasn't serving in our local church. Even as a child, I was putting together lessons for my cousins and for my friends while our parents were in adult classes. And so I've always had a heart to want to be able to serve in the church and to always serving children too, always. I'm so grateful that God allowed me as I grew up, junior high years and through high school, I was able to play the piano in our church and lead choirs and also work with the youth. After getting married, I was blessed to continue serving in our church, and we had 2 children, and it was a blessing for me to be able to, during that time, learn about a ministry called Child Evangelism Fellowship. When my daughter, she was going into school, we learned about CEF, and the thing that excited me so much about CEF was we could go in to public schools with the gospel, taking Bible lessons, mission stories, memory verses, songs, like a high-powered VBS or Sunday school class going right into the public schools. Well, I am so blessed. In around 2006, God called me full-time in that ministry from the secular work that I was doing. And so we have been so grateful to be able to serve in the ministry of CEF. Well, about 10 years into serving with CEF, I ended up more in the administration type of role and serving and equipping others. But one day, I was called upon to lead an actual event, one of our clubs, where I was going to be teaching the Bible lesson, the mission story, singing the songs, and teaching the entire curriculum to a group of children. Well, as usual, I prepared my lessons. I had my visuals. I had everything ready to go. Well, I went to the club, and as I started, even with the very first song, and all high-powered songs have motions in them, as I led the song and I did the motions with the children, by the time it was time for me to teach the Bible lesson, I was out of breath. I didn't have the stamina to be able to continue teaching. I did continue and I finished, but it wasn't done well. And so after that club was over with, I knew something had to change. How could I continue to serve in this role if I'm not physically able? That was an important time for me because you know what? I discovered my why. Okay, I needed to change my lifestyle. I needed to lose about 20 pounds so I could continue to serve effectively. And so that began my fitness journey and nutrition journey, actually. In Colossians chapter 3, we find many things that we need to do or not do to honor the Lord and live according to his ways. In verses 17 and in 23, it talks about how we should do all that we do unto the Lord. Wow, that's very convicting, isn't it? Well, I wanted to do all that I do well and as unto the Lord. So, you know what? Also, what I found my why. Here I am finding my why of why I want to go on this journey, nutrition and fitness. But as believers, when we look at Colossians, it gives us a double why. A double why. Not only do we want to be healthy and active and be able to do these things, but we are doing them as unto the Lord. I was blessed. My husband joined me on the journey. We were able to hold each other accountable. I did lose 20 pounds over time, and I increased my stamina. We even started running. There's some interesting things that I found, though. Did you know that according to the CDC, that obesity in the United States from 2017 to March of 2020 was at 41.9% of the population? So many diseases stem from obesity, like heart disease, strokes, type 2 diabetes, even some cancers stem from obesity. Obesity, the diseases caused by obesity, are some of the leading causes of premature death. What in the world? Our population is almost less than 10% away from half of us being obese. I don't know about you, but I don't want to be there. I want to be able to serve the Lord and actually use the gifts that God's given me to do well for his glory. So my husband and I, we changed our focus on eating. We focused on eating real foods. We even did the 30-day Whole 30, and that helped us to change our way of eating for that 30 days, but it also helped us, our mindset of towards food. And we see not only how this benefited us, but it also benefited our children too. And of course, there's other benefits. There's so many other benefits that we can even talk about and see. Adding the strength training into what we were doing helped glucose levels. It helps our sugar levels. It also helps us to maintain a better physical and mental health too. Our quality of life is so much better. You know, when we take vacations, we don't just go to the beach to chill, we go to the mountains to hike. Normally when we go for a week in the mountains, we hike for about 50 miles during that week. And so being in shape helps me to even overcome the fear of heights. You have more balance, all these things. And you know, not only there's just so many other benefits even to our family, but the benefits to our relationship. My husband and I, we can do fun things together, our quality of life. But most importantly, God has allowed us to have the stamina to continue to serve together as long as the Lord allows us to do this. We are blessed. I hope my story encourages you to find your why. And remember, as a believer, we have that double why because we want to do all that we do for His glory and for His honor unto Him. Thank you.